Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Special Property and Investments Executive Subcommittee meeting on Tuesday, the 4th of March, 10 o'clock here in the Luttrell Room at County Hall, Taunton. Welcome to the meeting, and can I remind everyone it's only subcommittee members present here in the room that are taking the decisions of this meeting. Others in attendance are here to provide advice. The agenda and papers have been published on the council's website in advance of the meeting, and the council will be making a recording of the meeting, and this will be published in due course. Can I further highlight that today's meeting will be run using a hybrid format. All subcommittee members are physically present in the room, but other elected members and officers may physically or remotely join the meeting to speak on specific agenda items or to observe, and the meeting is being broadcast, and therefore other members of the public and partners can observe the meeting remotely. Please use the meeting chat function only for purposes of the meeting, and if you wish to speak, please raise your hand primarily or otherwise use the chat function. Say your name before speaking and make sure microphones and cameras are turned off when not speaking, which leads us on to our formal agenda. So we have apologies for absence from Councillor Sarah Wakefield, who is on annual leave, and she is being substituted by Councillor Theo Bart-Philip. Welcome, Theo. It's not your first time. Declarations of interest. To remind members, are there any declarations of interest? You should make them now or forever hold your peace, other than those pertaining to City, Town and Council memberships, which are on the websites. Not seeing any declarations of interest. We move on to item 4, which is the public question time. I'm advised that there are no public questions. Is that still correct? Thank you very much. And so we move on to item 5, which is the Property and Investments Executive Subcommittee. Items on the Executive Forward Plan. Do we need to pass a resolution on this item to go into private session? Okay, so is there anyone who wishes to discuss the content of the forward plan? Not at this stage, so we note the forward plan and move on to item 6, which is decision on timing of investment property disposals. Councillor Rigby, I have you down to introduce the reports. Remind you, you're still in public session, so not to introduce any confidential points until we necessarily are.
Understood. Thank you, Chair. I'll be brief. This is an item to agree a change to the schedule of timing for the disposal of assets. So there are a number of assets that we had planned to sell in the year 24-25. That won't be possible for various reasons. So this is just to change the previous decision that this committee made that those assets should be sold in that year to allow them to be sold in the next financial year into 25-26. So nothing really earth-shattering there, but just a tidying up exercise in many ways.
Okay. Mr. Orrick, do you have anything to add at this stage?
No, I don't think so, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Any subcommittee members wishing to make contributions? Councillor Liz Lishon.
Thank you, Chair. I'm not sure that there are other members online, but if there are other members online, I just wanted to confirm with the lead member and the lead officer that the revised table are all assets that we have seen and considered before, that there are no new assets in this table at this stage. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes. And yes, so every one of them has been here and been approved for sale, but they were all approved with 31st of March 25 as the date, and we're running out of road to conclude sales on those now. So but there's no new assets.
Okay, not seeing any other members indicating to speak on the subcommittee. There are no members online or in the room, so we can move to the recommendation. Okay, so we've got the recommendations on page 10 and page 15. Is everyone happy with the recommendations? First of all, regarding confidentiality. Secondly, regarding the progress made on table 1 to approve authority as previously agreed on table 2 to delegate to the executive director and lead member. Everyone happy with those recommendations? Councillor Rigby. Oh, right. I was going to have a look for a proposer and seconder first, as is traditional. Okay. Would you like to propose this, Councillor Rigby? Okay. That's proposed, and that was a dead heat between Councillor Lyshon and Councillor Butt-Phillips. I'm going to take Councillor Lyshon as she is within striking distance. So proposed Councillor Rigby, seconded Councillor Lyshon. Those in favour, those against, that is clearly carried. So we move on to item 7, which is decision on one additional investment property disposal on pages 21 to 30 of the reports. Councillor Rigby.
Thank you, Chair. This is a petrol filling station in Bristol.
Are we clear that we're still in public session?
We are still in public session. Do we need to pass a resolution to go into confidential session? Yeah, that's okay. So just a reminder, we're still in public session. The property name, I think, is in the public arena. I believe it was a former Sedgemoor acquisition, if I recall correctly. And I remember opposition to buying it at the time. That sounds familiar.
Okay, this is a petrol filling station in Bristol. It's a kind of a one-off opportunist sale. We have the opportunity to sell it for what we believe to be a reasonable price. And you've all got the information in front of you, so I will not announce any of that, given that we are still in public session. But my recommendation is that we proceed with the sale of this one additional asset.
Thank you, Councillor Rigby. Do officers have anything to add to Councillor Rigby's comments? Do any members have any questions, comments, observations? Not seeing anything from subcommittee members and still no other members in the room. So we've got the recommendations to treat the item as confidential, to approve the marketing and sale on table 1, and to delegate to the executive director and lead member to make decisions. Are we all comfortable with that recommendation? I see a formal proposer, please. Councillor Rigby, seconded by Councillor Butt-Phillips. All those in favour, please. All those against. That is clearly carried. I'm not seeing any further business for the subcommittee this morning. No. Thank you, everybody, for your attendance and contribution, and I declare the meeting closed.